This story would haunt the island for years to come. It forever changed a fact that once seemed so immutable.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're discussing the true story of Reena Virk's murder.
Young girls in Victoria were the ones we were supposed to protect. Not be protected from.
The troubled life of Reena Virk. Reena Virk was born on March 10, 1983 in Saanich, British Columbia, Canada, the eldest of Suman and Manjeet Virk's 3 children. After converting from Hinduism, the Indo-Canadian family raised their kids as Jehovah's Witnesses, enforcing strict rules like not celebrating birthdays or certain holidays.
What's wrong?
I just kind of wanted something special.
Reena, you remember what we learned at Kingdom Hall?
According to family and peers, she was tormented at school over her weight, appearance, and religion, among other things. Reena began to rebel and started hanging around with teens who were into gang culture.
Oh, are you guys talking to B.I.G.?
It's Biggie.
In 1996, convinced that living in foster care would grant her freedom to do whatever she wanted, Virk alleged that she was mistreated by her father. She went to live in the Seven Oaks youth home where she met Nicole Cook and Missy Grace Pike, girls her age.
Do you think she was trying to be like you and the other girls? A little tougher?
I don't think she was trying to be like anybody. I think she was just trying to fit in.
Despite her shy and insecure demeanor, Reena Virk tried to be, quote, tough like her new friends. For unknown reasons, she spread rumors about Cook, criticizing her looks and making up lies.
I left my phone book at her house and she called a bunch of people.
What kind of things would she say?
She says stupid stuff. Like just stuff like my eyes were contacts or my boobs were fake. And I can't really understand why she would do that.
Pike also accused her of being intimate with her boyfriend. The girls, along with Cook's best friend Kelly Marie Ellard, who was seemingly unacquainted with Virk, wanted to get her back, so they concocted a plan. The Night Under the Bridge. On November 14, 1997, Reena Virk planned to spend the night at her parents' home. By then, she had rescinded her accusations against her father and the charges were dropped. However, she later chose to go to a party Missy Pike invited her to.
Thought I wasn't invited.
No, you should come. It's gonna be fun.
Reena, it's dinner time. You should be sitting with us.
Okay, I'm coming.
It took place on the field of Shoreline School, though police quickly broke up the crowd there and the party was moved underneath the Craigflower Bridge. It's there that Nicole Cook said she confronted Virk about spreading false rumors and then burned her with a cigarette. Others at the party started attacking Virk until one aggressor called for everyone to stop and the crowd dispersed.
No one called 911. No one seemed to care whether Reena Virk was hurt badly or needed help. This is how Nicole Cook rationalizes it now.
She walked away. She got up and left.
Left with severe injuries, Virk got up and began to stumble home. While everyone else left, 2 people who had joined in on the initial attack, Kelly Ellard and Warren Paul Glowatsky, followed her and the violence continued. It was said that Ellard then held an unconscious Virk underwater while Glowatsky did nothing.
Warren says that when they arrived near the water, he saw that Kelly wanted to drag Reena into the river. He asked her 3 times to stop. But Kelly didn't.
Search and discovery. The day after the attack, Missy Pike, Nicole Cook, and Kelly Ellard returned to the scene. However, the details of their accounts differ.
You sure you're okay?
I told you I want to hear about it.
According to Cook, Ellard didn't act like she had committed a murder because she, to Cook's knowledge, had not. Pike, on the other hand, said Ellard actually described what happened the night before, and that Cook took home Virk's shoes, which had been left behind.
She said, I killed her, and Warren just sat there and watched, and he didn't help me.
Along with everyone else who knew what had occurred, they went on with their days as if nothing happened. Meanwhile, rumors of a fight and a possible murder spread around area schools, but none of the students or adults who heard about it brought the information to the police.
Can you keep a secret?
When their daughter didn't return home that Friday night or the next morning, Suman and Manjeet Virk filed a missing persons report. But Reena had a history of running away.
Yes. But she always tells me where she's going. She doesn't just disappear.
A week later, police arrested the 8 attackers and, through interrogations, found out where to start their search. On the morning of Saturday, November 22nd, 8 days after Reena Virk's death, a helicopter spotted a body in the gorge inlet.
Contrary to logic, the body had drifted upstream and became snagged in the tall weeds, hiding it from sight, except from the air.
The community was shocked to see that 7 of the attackers were girls. In addition to Plyke, Cook, and Ellard, 3 others, including Nicole Patterson, Courtney Keith, and Gail Ohms, were charged with assault.
It had a big impact on the city, in my opinion, because of the age of the people involved.
Kelly Ellard and Warren Glowatsky are considered separate due to their actions after the first assault, but the remainder of the perpetrators, plus 1 more unnamed girl, are known as the Shoreline Six. It's been reported that none initially expressed any remorse.
This is not a case where you had young people breaking down and crying and getting upset, and I can recall a number of the young females who were responsible for the assault sitting in there and chatting and laughing.
A long road of legal proceedings. Between February and May of 1998, 6 of the girls pleaded guilty to assault causing bodily harm and received sentences ranging from 60 days to a year in juvenile detention. In June of 1999, Warren Glowatsky was convicted of second-degree murder and later sentenced to life without the possibility of parole for 7 years. Despite the efforts of her lawyers, Kelly Ellard was tried as an adult, and in March 2000, she received the same conviction and sentence as Glowatsky, though she would be allowed to apply for parole after 5 years.
And she sort of broke down and said, "You've got what you wanted. I'm going to be convicted. I'm going to be in jail for the rest of my life. Does that make you happy?"
However, it was overturned in 2003, and a second trial began in June 2004. A month later, the judge declared a mistrial due to a deadlocked jury. A third trial commenced in February 2005, and on April 12th, Ellard was found guilty again.
She was again sentenced to life in prison with the possibility of parole after 7 years.
While serving time, she had 2 children and was granted conditional parole varying in length over the years. In 2017, she changed her name to Carrie Marie Sim.
Nothing that's happened surprises me because it seems like, Kelly's getting everything she wants.
Unlike Ellard, Warren Glowatsky made changes in prison, participating in volunteer programs and seeking forgiveness through restorative justice. Suman and Manjeet Virk, who became vocal anti-harassment advocates, forgave him after some efforts for reconciliation and approved of him being fully paroled in June 2010.
I would say I felt compassion for them as young people.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. In the media, due to the unprecedented nature of the crime, the tragic murder made national headlines. A number of scholarly texts, books, and podcasts have covered the case.
It's one of those tragedies that when I was researching it, it was the futility of what led to this that is really difficult to swallow.
Creative works have also paid tribute to the story over the years, including plays and a 2015 collection of poems by Canadian writer Soraya Pirbai. In 2008, 10 years before the untimely death of his wife Suman, Manjeet Virk released his own account of the devastation his family went through in Reena, a father's story. Before that, and shortly after the crime occurred, New York-based author Rebecca Godfrey returned to her hometown of Victoria and began researching the case.
I was just saying, no one is forcing you to write about Victoria.
Yeah, well, I can't seem to think about anything else.
Her book, Under the Bridge, The True Story of the Murder of Reena Virk, was released in 2005 and reissued in the midst of the true crime boom in 2019. An 8-part limited series based on the book went into development with writer-director Quinn Shepard at the helm and Godfrey as an executive producer. Sadly, Godfrey passed away from lung cancer in October 2022 before production began. Under the Bridge premiered on April 17, 2024 on Hulu, with Riley Keough starring as the late author. The highly anticipated series also stars Oscar nominee Lily Gladstone as police officer Cam Bentland.
What's going on here exactly?
With what?
You don't step foot in Victoria in 10 years? And you just show up in the middle of my homicide investigation?
Will you be watching Under the Bridge? Let us know in the comments below.
You're not about to rat on me. Are you? That's what I thought.